So in this demo, I'm going to be showing how the CareNotesAI application works. One of the key things you want to note before you start working with this application is that these are all AI generated content. And so the idea here is that the doctor or the healthcare professional who is using this application just uses it as a guide to help them put their patient notes together, just to simplify the process of documentation. So let's say, for example, the patient walks into the doctor's office. At this point in time, they would have gotten a record of, some of the key requirements. So things like their temperature would have been taken by the nurse, maybe their weight, their blood pressure. And so the doctor already has an idea of some background or some history of this patient. So the patient walks in and then narrates what's wrong with them. So typically the doctor can make a note in their journal and then later on put a proper documentation that is now uploaded in their portal. So the idea here is that there's a format that's required. And so the doctor can actually just put in a summary of what happened between them and the patient. So they can go, for example, patient is recovering from flu. Note that I'm not putting in the patient's name. I gave the patient, or I prescribed Tylenol for the patient, for example. I prescribed Tylenol for the patient. And then if there's additional information that the doctor wants to add, they can add this as well. And then I click on Generate Notes and just watch what the application is doing. It has taken in the summary and then it has created the clinical notes. He has put a space for where I can put in the patient's name and the date and then my diagnosis. And then he has also put in the history. And if this is not correct, I can adjust this in my notes. I can just copy this and paste it to a Word document instead of having to write an essay for every single patient. And if any of these are not what I, as the doctor, prescribed for the patient, this can be changed as well. So again, the key things around this application is just to serve as a guide for documentation, not necessarily to replace any of the things that are being done currently. Thank you.